观众朋友晚上好，欢迎收看最新一期的子天访谈录 SD Talk Show， 我是子天 Sky 董 ，Welcome to SD Talk Show. Hi Michael.
Hey Sky, how are you?
Very good. So happy to see you again. To hear it's been a long time, right?
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yes. Now I know you're growing very good, excellent for your career. So today I'd like you to introduce yourself to our audience.
Awesome. I'm Mike Stavenall. I run a team called Dominion International Group. We do development, real estate sales, both residential and commercial. And then we do a lot of analysis for large-scale development all over Texas.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, for a city, most important is develop. Develop is meaning bring more population, bring more money, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So can you talk about what kind of project you're doing now and some location, something?
Sure. So a lot of our projects, they cover all the spectrums of real estate. So we have single-family projects that are smaller to as big as a couple of hundred homes. We do multifamily, industrial, retail, mid-rise, high-rise projects. So we try to cover everything. You know, Houston's a very large, dynamic city, so you have to be able to facilitate as much as you can to support the growing industries, but then also support the individuals who are coming and moving here for work. So, you know, the dynamics of our microeconomy is not just oil and gas any longer. So we have companies moving here for manufacturing, for import-export. We have a strong medical district now. Technology is taking over. So we have a lot to look forward to and a lot of need to support the growing population that we have here in Houston.
Wow, that's good. So I know you are developer. And can you talk about a little bit more about now the real estate market? You know, a lot of people still considering if still investment for real estate.
Yeah, so real estate's a great investment, and it depends on how you're buying, of course. If you have available cash, it's a great time to buy because cash will close deals. Traditionally, you would go through the bank, but with higher interest rates, it makes it slightly more challenging. So to have more inventory, it's harder to sell at a good price. But when people have cash, they're willing to negotiate with you a little bit more. So I'm lucky enough to have clients who have the available liquidity to buy in cash, and that allows us to have a very economical land basis cost. I do think from a buying perspective, the way you have to think about real estate today is you want to marry the real estate and date the rate. So the real estate price today will be on the lower side because of supply and demand. But interest is high. However, you can easily fix interest by refinancing, but you cannot fix overpaying for real estate. So when the market shifts, if interest rates go down, more people come out to buy because they can get loans, more economical loans. So when more buyers come out, the price of the land or the homes goes up.
Yeah.
Right now, it's the opposite, so it's a little bit lower. So you just want to pay attention to that. It's okay to sacrifice a little bit of higher interest today because you can always correct that. But you don't want to overpay for your property, overpay for your home, because it's very, very hard to correct that negative equity if you pay too much.
Wow, I like you talk the way. Marry to real estate, then date the rate.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, this is easy to understand. I like you say, you just mean because now interest rate a little bit high, but the price is lower, right?
Yes, and that's kind of the trade-off. And you know, Houston is a very dynamic market. So there's areas that are in very high demand. There are price points that differentiate where you see a lot of cash buyers come in where they'll buy a $7 million house all cash, and they sometimes won't even see it. They'll just use FaceTime, and they'll walk the house, and then they'll send you an offer, which is incredible. But you just want to make sure that the assets you're buying, even if they're economical, fit with what you're wanting to do. So if you're an investor, what is your investment strategy? What is the highest and best use? How do you achieve that? Because just buying land, you still have to get it developed. You still have to go through the entire process to get to the income generating side. And that does cost money sometimes, but you can be strategic. And what we try to do is we look at buying land in cash so that your land becomes a collateralized asset. So you don't have to put any more cash in, you actually use the land. So you would borrow in phases. So we would phase develop. So the first phase would be horizontal. So let's say we're buying 10 acres, we want to build 50 houses. The first thing we have to do is do the horizontal development, the planning, the civil engineer, all of that to get to a point where we can work and deliver the lots. Once you have the lots ready, the next stage is you go and pour your foundation and build the house on it. Between those two, you have an opportunity to use what's called equity lift. So the raw land, when you transform it into the developed land, it's increased in value. So you want to reevaluate the developed land and see how much more value you have. Now you can take a percentage of that value and build your vertical asset. So you're lowering the amount of cash you need to bring or investors you need to bring on by phase developing and being strategic about the property and the deliverables.
Wow. Yeah, I want to invite you coming more to the show to give some knowledge for some people. They want an investment, maybe commercial and residential. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So, what kind of project you are going for now? And if some people very interested to jump to commercial, so what's the option?
So we actually have a ton of projects all over Houston, San Antonio. We have some amazing projects. One that we just did a groundbreaking on, which is on the Katy Freeway. It's just west of Katy Mills Mall on I-10. We have a 55,000 square foot Class A retail center. We strategically acquired this land because we found out about what's happening around it. As you know, that part of town is highly developing. So behind us, KB Homes is building 100 homes. Across from KB Homes, they have a 300-unit multifamily. And then just next to us, they're building a brand new Dodge dealership. So for us, we were able to acquire this land at a very economical price point and then develop it to get to the deliverables. So we're 100% approved on it. We're starting to pre-lease, and it's going to be an outstanding product.
Wow.
We actually took inspiration on this design from Highland Village, River Oaks. So really beautiful, sleek design, lots of windows, very modern. So it should be basically a jewel box of a retail development. So we're very excited about this one.
Wow, very nice. So if you have some contact, then you can tell the audience if they're interested for the pre-leasing.
Sure. If you want to reach out to us, it's really simple. commercial@shapingrealestate.com is the best way to reach out and inquire about this particular property. But we also have a lot more retail, industrial, new industrial developments. We have a couple of hundred single-family homes, and those are perfect for investors or for end users, of course. So, you know, it's pretty interesting right now, and there's a demand and a need for a lot of these things here in Houston.
Wow, excellent. So, Michael, I know I always say you're excellent for your work career, and can you talk about the audience? They want to learn from you how to involve for the young age already so successful, and how to balance your time, what do you do for fun? Talk about a little bit more about your personal life.
Oh, wow. So a lot of my personal life is work, but that's the benefit, I guess. I really enjoy what I do. So it's not like I'm working. So I don't mind allocating time and building and creating these awesome things, because through real estate and my projects and my team, I've built a lot of good friendships and relationships with the people who are all my clients as well. So to me, it is all fun. It's not only a hobby, but it's my career and my favorite career path. Outside of that, I'm very into exotic sports cars.
Sports car. Yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, so I'm definitely into that. And then for fun, you know, I like downtime, to be honest with you. So for fun for me, it's just relaxing with my kids, hanging out and doing nothing. Sometimes it's the best type of fun.
Wow, so everybody has the harder time facing the challenge and the stress. How about you?
It's definitely stressful, but I think that having stress, being busy, is a blessing. So it depends on how you look at it. You could be upset because you're busy and stressed out, or you can be thankful that you have things to be busy with, because there may be a lot of people out there who don't have that. So it is a blessing. So I try to look at things that way, always, cup half full. And then that keeps your mind ready to be appreciative for everything, even the challenges.
Can you also give us some advice for the young people who want to be a realtor or maybe future work for commercial?
Yeah, absolutely. So real estate is a very fun career path, and it's honestly a path that you don't have to be full-time at the beginning. There's a lot of things that you can do that'll help you grow and succeed in real estate, whether it's residential or commercial. Getting your license is very easy, so I think you should do that if you have interest. But finding the best way to apply yourself and grow at a steady rate without getting frustrated and worrying is very important. So for me, oddly enough, my skill set, my background is in economics and business. Economics has played a huge role in my abilities in real estate because I learned to use statistics, econometrics, different outside the box thinking processes to help me in real estate, because real estate isn't always linear. It changes and shifts. Like two houses side by side, identical homes could sell two different prices.
Yeah.
We have to figure out why. Sometimes it isn't a quantifiable reason. But I will say that, I went to U of H, I did all of my degrees and everything there, so shout out to University of Houston. But yeah, it's definitely, I think, something people should get into and be open to learning and open to the different experiences, because real estate there's a lot you can do. It's not just buying and selling and listing houses any longer. Now you can learn about buying the land all the way through to delivering the rooftops. So there's a lot that you can do within there that doesn't have to be transactional real estate. It could be analytical real estate. It could be forecasting real estate. It could be tons of different things. That's why it's so exciting.
Wow. So, Michael, you're excellent expert for real estate. But for on the market, we have a lot of the retail center, multifamily, growing. The city is growing, right? So I want you to tell audience, if they are the investor, they have $1 million, want to invest in, why choose you, your team?
Well, we look at things a little bit differently. So our goal isn't to just write the contract. We will look and evaluate the type of investor that you are. Everybody's a different investor. They look for different types of returns, whether it's a quick return, they want cash flow, they sometimes invest not just for the return, but they need tax deductions or some sort of incentives outside of just that. So the other incentives could be from the development side. You have TERS, rebates, tax credits versus just tax deductions. So we can strategically find things that meet their needs, but we also try to maximize return and fit within not only the budget, but the mindset of that investor. So it's a lot of discovery. So it's a lot of questions to be asked and discovering the type of investor that you would want to be. But we will try to find a way to make it, we don't want to make it too safe. Too safe is just like putting it in the bank. There's always a little bit of risk, but
this is my next question.
Yeah, we try to manage the risk a little bit. And we manage that by doing the proper due diligence and research and making sure that what we're moving into makes sense. So we'll pull in experts who are architects, civil, structural, MEP, give us advice before we even close on land or other properties.
Wow, that's a good. I can say this, you treat the investor like family, like a friend. It's not just a work partner, You're thinking, changing the position, what do they need, what do they want?
Yes, I look at it, your dreams are my dreams. So then that's how I treat it.
Nice. Thank you, Michael, coming to my show. So by the end, what else you want to talk about to our audience? Also, maybe next time, I want you maybe bring your project on the computer. We can show them what exactly the location and what kind of project you have. Yeah, what's the option for the audience?
Yeah, I'd love to share. Next time we'll bring some really cool stuff to show.
Okay, thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Guy. Appreciate it.
So happy to see you here again.
Likewise. It's always great to see you.
Yeah, me too. So I see you next month.
Perfect.
Thank you. 这就是今天的子天访谈录。I see you next week.